Growth hormone. So growth hormone is we will try to follow the format as I told you. It is a protein hormone synthesized by somatotropes in the anterior pituitary. Growth hormone is secreted in an episodic manner in response to the hypothalamic hormones, and it is under negative feedback inhibition. Here you can see the episodic secretion of growth hormone. Its secretion increases during sleep and during strenuous exercise. So here I want to emphasize, there is a saying कि अगर आप अच्छा सोओगे रात को, good sleep, then you grow tall. हमने ऐसा सुना है, though it didn't happen to me, but deep sleep में growth hormone secretion is very high and one tends to grow tall. Following strenuous exercise, there is increased secretion of growth hormone, and you know what is the role of growth hormone. So the basic secretion of growth hormone as measured by radioimmune assay in normal adult is less than 3 nanogram per milliliter. You have to remember these hormones are secreted in very minuscule amounts. बहुत छोटी minute concentration में secrete होते हैं. Their units will be nanograms, picograms. How it is transported in the blood? It is transported in two forms. So it's a protein hormone, but it is transported in two forms, a bound form and a free form in the ratio of 50-50%. Growth hormone gets metabolized partly in the liver, and its half-life in the blood is 6 to 20 minutes. What is the mechanism of action of growth hormone at the cells? This is important, children. Growth hormone is a protein hormone. It binds to receptors present on the cell membrane. In the previous class, we had discussed there are two mechanisms a way hormone can exert its action. एक hormone bind करेगा on the membrane receptor, and other receptors are present in the cytoplasm or in the nucleus. So here growth hormone activates JAK-STAT pathway. What is JAK? JAK is a member of Janus family of cytoplasmic tyrosine kinases. Very fancy name. Janus family. Janus means just an. This is a family of tyrosine kinases enzymes. What is STAT? STAT is abbreviation for signal transducers and activators of transcription. So the growth hormone, here we are taking leptin because uska mechanism is same as growth hormone. Growth hormone binds to receptor. You can see it activates JAK kinase. JAK kinase will phosphorylate STAT. ये आप STAT देख सकते हो. So it is phosphorylating STATs. The STAT will migrate to the nucleus and it will activate the target genes. Then there will be transcription, mRNA is formed and translation proteins are formed which will lead to the physiological effects of growth hormone. So this is it. Next very important thing, what scientists found out, they injected growth hormone at the long end of bones. Bones में उन्होंने growth hormone का injection लगाया. What they found to their surprise that there was no growth. So now this led them to think that there has to be another cofactor which will act in synergy with growth hormone to bring about growth. So they discovered that cofactor somatomedin, it acts with growth hormone to bring about growth. This somatomedin is secreted by liver. It is secreted by liver and its action is like insulin. Insulin is also very important for growth to occur. So somatomedin had action similar to insulin and therefore it is also known as insulin-like growth factor. Now this growth hormone and IGF, they act together. They have growth hormone has direct effects and indirect effects. Indirect matlab it requires the help of insulin like growth factor. And ये कहाँ important है? Growth के लिए. Indirect effect, no IGF is required, and here growth hormone is going to act on the metabolism. So two gross functions of growth hormone. Indirect action is on the growth of bones, body tissue, and direct action is on metabolism. We will discuss them in detail. Growth and development. Growth hormone and IGF act on bones, muscles, and soft tissue. There are multiple effects of growth hormone on the bone. What are these effects? Bone को elongate होने के लिए दो तरह का cells चाहिए. One is chondrocyte and other is osteogenic cells. What is the role of chondrocyte? Children, whenever bone will be formed, before that cartilage will be laid. So it is called enchondral ossification. First cartilage is laid by the cells chondrocytes, and then osteogenic cells will lay mineral, that is calcium, into the cartilage. So this growth hormone will increase the activity of these chondrocytes, osteogenic cells, multiply them, and it also causes growth of all organs and soft tissues. Organs like your viscera, liver, kidney, tongue, and soft tissue, you all know connective tissue. Growth. What is growth? As you must have seen in yourself and people around you, humans में दो periods of rapid growth होते हैं. First is during infancy. छोटा सा zygote will develop into embryo and then fetus and then full term infant. The second growth occurs around puberty, and this is due to growth hormone, androgens and estrogens. What is the role of sex hormones? Sex hormones, they cause closure of the growing end of the bones, that is epiphysis. What are epiphyses? Here you see, this is the growing end of bone. Here, this is the growing end. And यहाँ पे ये blue में जो part है, इसे कहते हैं epiphysis. What is epiphysis? यहाँ पे cells हैं which can multiply, chondrocytes and osteogenic cells. They multiply, they lay cartilage, and finally the osteoblast will also ossify them. और इसको कहते हैं secondary ossification. Right? So you can see here, this is cartilage. Cartilage ही grow करता है. This is called growing end of long bone. So what is the role of androgens? Androgens, estrogen and testosterone, they cause epiphysis closure. Growth is a complex phenomena. It requires assembly of these hormones. It also requires adequate nutrition, and genetics also affect growth. जब bones grow करते हैं, there are two types of bone growth. One is bone can grow longitudinally, bone elongation, and other is bone thickening. दो phenomena है, एक bone लंबी हो रही है और एक bone wide, चौड़ी हो रही है. Before puberty, before the epiphyses have closed, the cartilage is the growing end. So here if growth hormone acts, the bones will elongate. But after the epiphyses have closed and growth hormone is present in high amount, it will act on the osteoblast. It's bone periosteum, and that will cause deposition of new bone in the cortex of bone. Here you can see, this is called cortical bone, जो side में thick होती है. White जो आप जब bone study करते हैं, outer देखते हैं, that is cortex. So growth hormone will lead to cortical thickening, wide bones. These are the two types of bone growth mechanisms. Yeah, we go through this picture. What are the various growth issues? Here, you should know a little bit about them. There is a syndrome called Kasper-Hauser syndrome. Kasper-Hauser is stress during childhood. Mental stress or psychosocial stress during childhood will lead to growth retardation, which is called Kasper-Hauser syndrome. Malnutrition, like inadequate nutrients, can also lead to short stature. Precocious puberty will also lead to short stature. How it leads to short stature? Because the androgens, testosterone, estrogen, they will act on the epiphysis and lead to the premature closure. Castrated, if males are castrated, that is, the testis is removed before puberty, the person will assume a very tall height, tall stature, because उसमें epiphyseal closure नहीं होगा, and then there are Laron will come to them eventually. The second important aspect of growth hormone function you can see here is on the metabolism. मेटाबॉलिज्म को हम 3 हेडिंग्स में कंसिडर करेंगे: प्रोटीन एनाबॉलिज्म, फैट कैटाबॉलिज्म, कार्बोहाइड्रेट मेटाबॉलिज्म. द ग्रोथ हार्मोन, इसका प्राइमरी फंक्शन है ग्रोथ. ग्रोथ के लिए हमें चाहिए लॉट ऑफ प्रोटीन्स, लॉस ऑफ टिश्यू फॉर बोन्स. सो द ग्रोथ हार्मोन stimulates protein synthesis. It is going to stimulate protein synthesis. It increases the blood level of amino acids, and जब amino acids increase होंगे, they will be reconstituted into required proteins. So protein anabolism. Fat catabolism, what it does, it mobilizes fats from the fat stores, raises the free fatty acid concentration, and these free fatty acids are used as energy fuels. They will now act as source of energy. Side product is ketones. So this is also called ketogenic effect. So on the whole, growth hormone increases fat utilization. Carbohydrates पे क्या असर है? Carbohydrates पे क्या असर है? There is glucose sparing effect. Also called diabetogenic. Growth hormone will increase the blood glucose level. Now, how does it affect that? Growth hormone acts on the body cells and decreases their utilization, decreases the glucose utilization by the body cells. So, glucose is spared. Now, it is available for protein anabolism, and this effect is called diabetogenic effect, where blood glucose rises. On the minerals, there is increased renal reabsorption of sodium and calcium. Here, ग्रोथ हार्मोन के आप एक्शन देख सकते हैं. डायरेक्ट एक्शन उसका क्या है? सोडियम रिटेंशन, डिक्रीज इंसुलिन सेंसिटिविटी, lipolysis, that is fat is broken down. Here the glucose is raised. Protein synthesis, epiphyseal growth. Along with IGF, it will have insulin-like activity, anti-lipolytic activity, protein synthesis, and epiphyseal growth. Regulation of growth hormone secretion, children. You can see hypothalamus releases 2 hormones. Growth hormone releasing hormone, growth hormone inhibitory hormone. Here, somatostatin and growth hormone releasing hormone. They act on pituitary gland, anterior pituitary. Growth hormone releasing hormone stimulates growth hormone secretion, and somatostatin inhibits. Growth hormone, then it acts on the liver and stimulates it to make IGF-1. So this axis is also called hypothalamo, hypophyseal, hepatic axis. Hypothalamo, hypophyseal, hepatic axis. And then by negative feedback you can see here, this is negative feedback. It regulates its own secretion. What are the factors affecting growth hormone secretion? Blood glucose. If blood glucose decreases, जैसे hypoglycemia है, it will lead to increased growth hormone secretion. हमारी बॉडी में ड्यूरिंग फास्टिंग पीरियड, इन बिटवीन मील जब फास्टिंग होती है, तब भी growth hormone secretion increases and it will try to raise the blood glucose. If free fatty acid concentration in the blood is low, again it will stimulate growth hormone secretion, but increased concentration of amino acids will decrease growth hormone secretion. Starvation, fasting, excitement, they all increase growth hormone secretion. Stress, exercise, they will increase growth hormone secretion. Deep sleep increases growth hormone secretion. Releasing hormone increases growth hormone. Estrogen and androgens, they also increase growth hormone secretion. What are the factors that decrease it? Increased blood glucose, increased free fatty acids, aging and obesity. मतलब जैसे जैसे हमारी उम्र बढ़ेगी, growth hormone secretion कम हो जाती है. So growth happens only till puberty. Thereafter growth ceases. Very less activity. Obesity. मोटे बच्चे छोटे रह जाते हैं. तो अगर कोई मोटा है, obese है, some factors are secreted which inhibit growth hormone secretion. So obesity की वजह से पूरा बॉल बनने का बहुत बड़ी संभावना रहती है. Glucocorticoids, they decrease growth hormone secretion. REM sleep, REM is a type of a sleep. Rapid eye movement sleep, here also growth hormone secretion decreases. Somatomedins, growth hormone, GHIH, inhibitory feedback, progesterone and late pregnancy. So these are the factors which affect growth hormone secretion. What are the hormone disorders? There is hypersecretion, growth hormone बहुत excessively secrete हो रहा है, cause है tumors हैं, और या ट्रोपिक और रिलीजिंग हार्मोन ज्यादा हो रहे हैं, डिफेक्टिव फीडबैक है या एक्टोपिक सिक्रीशन. ये थोड़े फैक्टर्स हैं हाइपर सिक्रीशन के. हाइपर सिक्रीशन के कारण है रीजंस आर मेटाबॉलिक डिफेक्ट, एजेनेसिस, एट्रोफी, इन्फेक्शन, ऑटोइम्यून, इन्फेक्शन, ट्यूमर ग्रोथ और डिफेक्टिव फीडबैक. हार्मोन डिसऑर्डर में then there is receptor hypersensitivity and then there is receptor hyposensitivity. Disorders of growth hormone, you can see here. Excessive growth hormone, decreased growth hormone. Growth hormone secretion is excessive. If it happens before puberty, it leads to gigantism. And if it happens after puberty, it leads to acromegaly. Decreased growth hormone secretion in children leads to dwarfism. And in adults, it leads to loss of some body proteins. So these are the growth hormone disorders and it is quite an important topic. Panhypopituitarism, it means decreased secretion of all the anterior pituitary hormones. That is growth hormone, thyrotropin, then you have gonadotropins, corticosteroid, PTH. All these hormones are decreased. Dwarfism, here the growth hormone secretion is very less. There is a special type of dwarfism, African pygmy and Levi-Loraine dwarfs. What is it? African pygmy and Levi-Loraine dwarf. Here the growth hormone secretion is normal or it can be high, but there is hereditary inability to to form somatomedin C. जो co-factor है growth hormone के साथ, that is deficient. And what is that co-factor? Somatomedin C or insulin-like growth factor. Giantism, you all are aware, growth hormone is increased before puberty, acromegaly increased after puberty. And there is a very important syndrome, Sheehan syndrome. ये आप मुझे submit करेंगे. What is Sheehan syndrome? Dwarfism, proportionate dwarfism, growth hormone deficiency में 1/3 dwarfs are proportionate. Proportionate dwarfism का मतलब होता है कि उनके body parts are proportionate to each other. They are proportionate. Here you can see all body parts develop proportionately, but the rate of development is very slow. 10 साल का बच्चा ऐसा लगेगा जैसे 4 साल का है, और 20 साल की उम्र तक पे उसकी bodily development will be like a 7-year-old child. In hypopituitary dwarf, because gonadotropins are not secreted, sexual function, puberty nahi hogi, and the individual will be sexually immature. However, in 1/3 of such dwarfs, only growth hormone is deficient, gonadotropins release hote hain, so they can sexually mature and reproduce. This is a disproportionate dwarf. The commonest cause is achondroplasia. This is achondroplasia. Cartilage is defective. This is the commonest cause of dwarfism. You can see the body parts are not appropriate, are not proportional. These are African pygmies, Laran dwarfs. ये normal stature का है person. These are small people. The reason is the IGF factor is deficient or receptors are insensitive. People ये इन लोगों का 5 फुट से कम रहता है, फीट से कम रहता है, but growth hormone is normal. अगर आप इनको measure करेंगे growth hormone in the blood, that will be normal. Here you see acromegaly. This person has acromegaly, and here this child has gigantism. Acromegaly क्या है? यहाँ पे growth hormone की secretion बहुत excessive है. It occurs after puberty, so the epiphyseal closure has occurred of the long bones. Long bones का epiphyseal closure हो चुका है. The person cannot grow tall. But what is the other mechanism of bone growth? The bones can thicken. They grow wide and wide. Soft tissues they also continue to grow. What do we see? Enlarged bones of hands and feet. The membranous bones. What are the membranous bones? Please remember. जो भी bones आपकी body में horizontally laid हैं, जैसे cranial bones हैं, jaw bone है, vertebrae है, clavicle है, ribs हैं. These are few bones. These are the bones which are laid horizontally. So they keep on thickening. What are the clinical features? The lower jaw protrudes, which is called prognathism. Forward slants. The forehead slants forward because of excessive development of supraorbital ridges. A very large nose, very large feet and fingers, hands. And the vertebrae के अंदर एक bone होती है, trabecular bone. The vertebrae enlarge in the size, but trabecular bone is not very strong. That causes vertebral fracture, leading to hunchback called kyphosis. Soft tissue में जीभ बहुत बड़ा है, liver बड़ी हो जाती है, kidneys, all these organs they enlarge in size. I'll show you here. So this is a case of acromegaly. Here you see prognathism, protruded jaw, slanting forehead, supraorbital ridges are so prominent, a big nose here. You can see these bones are also broad. यहाँ पे देखिए आप एक सुंदर बच्चा है, जैसे जैसे puberty के बाद growth hormone secretion excessive हुई, there occurs coarsening of features. See, look at this big jawline, prognathism, big jaw, nose, soft tissue, excessive soft tissue. Hands भी कितने बड़े बड़े चौड़े हो गए हैं, broad fingers. So this is acromegaly. Gigantism, you can see here, growth hormone, increased secretion occurs before puberty, before epiphyses have closed. So these individuals can assume height up till 8 feet tall. इनके साइड इफेक्ट रहता है हाइपरग्लाइसीमिया. हाउ? बिकॉज ग्रोथ हार्मोन हैज glucose sparing effect. It discourages other cells from using glucose. The glucose utilization decreases, the blood glucose will rise and that is called hyperglycemia. बहुत देर तक ऐसा कंडीशन रहेगा. Hyperglycemia will cause pancreas to secrete insulin, but over the period of time, pancreas gets exhausted and person will develop frank diabetes mellitus. Yes? Then here you see what is the common cause for acromegaly or gigantism? It is pituitary adenoma. Here you see pituitary adenoma. और वो किसके ऊपर होता है? Optic chiasma के ऊपर. It stresses optic chiasma. Which fibers get affected? These fibers get affected. The nasal fibers. Nasal fibers are for temporal fields that causes bitemporal hemianopia. You see here. Bitemporal hemianopia. Nasal retina gets damaged because of pituitary adenoma which compresses on the optic chiasma.